Good evening to all of you, and I thank the organizers for giving me this opportunity. I had prepared for 10 minutes, and I will put it in as within 5 minutes as possible. The theme of the paper is Christianity and Peace Building, Reconciliation and Justice as Peace. And in this paper, I have tried to articulate the specific meaning that justice as well as reconciliation has in Christianity. And biblically, looking at it, Bible itself has different meanings for peace. And the dictionary meaning of the peace has something just as the absence of war, the other hostilities, or freedom from quarrels or disagreements. Whereas the Bible gives various meanings for peace itself. The first being the wholeness. That means peace means good health, wholeness, and peace means right relationship. Peace means prosperity. Peace means victory, and peace also used as a sign to wish shalom. And the shalom covers all these things. And therefore, the peace as such, as we understand, cannot be used from the Christian point of view. And adding to this, we have several references in the Bible, which each time when we read in the context gives different meanings. I think I have shortened down so you can stop it. Peace gives different meanings in different contexts, and all these contexts are put together. Second part of this presentation also in this part is wherever the Christianity has blocked this peace. As we see the history of last 2,000 years, I think I have pinned down to two important points where we have or Christians have failed in peace building. The first one is the idea of monotheism and desire for homogenization, which means one is the total idea of monotheistic religion itself somehow insists on not only on one God, but also the way that the God is articulated in that religion. As for us, Jivan said, the statement of Gandhi, where one tree and different branches, whereas for monotheistic religion, by and large, it is one single tree, like a bamboo tree without branches. So that becomes difficult, and in the process, they also homogenize the cultures and traditions and languages, and we have seen this in the process of colonization. And second, that historical block that we have is forced conversion and inquisition, especially in the history, especially during the colonialization. These aspects of Christianity have become blots to Christianity. And in 2000, when we celebrated the Jubilee year of the 2000 Jubilee year, Pope John Paul II took this initiative to ask the forgiveness for the people of the world for all these sins. These are just two I have put here, whereas there are so many sins that historically the Christianity committed in the process of peace building. The second part where I just want to stress on the reconciliation and justice as peace. Reconciliation is a process of opening up ourselves, and the idea of Jubilee year brings that process. When Jesus started his first preaching, he began with, he announced good news to the poor, the release of the captives, recovery of the sight by the blind, and freedom for the oppressed. Which means the peace is all these aspects are together. And reconciliation between people, reconciliation between God, reconciliation within oneself, and reconciliation with the nature are a cosmotheantric reconciliation or a triple reconciliation that we can always talk about. That three kind of reconciliation we need to have: one with oneself and God, secondly the one with the oneself and the other, and one with the oneself and the nature. And the idea of justice also in the Christianity is a little different. It goes along with the righteousness. Justice is unlike the Western definition of justice, where the stress is given for each one according to his due, whereas in Bible it is more on peace, option for the poor, and for the widows, orphans. All this is justice. Bringing together every aspect of the society as a part of justice. And finally, I also have articulated how Oscar Romero, whose beatification happened just some 20 days ago, which means he became blessed after so many years of his martyrdom in El Salvador, and followed by, I also have given the example of Truth and Reconciliation Commission of South Africa, which was one of the successful models of reconciliation, where the passing over of British to the Afrikaners was such a smooth flow because the Truth and Reconciliation Commission somehow reduced the tension that otherwise would have been South Africa. And bringing finally into the coming to the context of India, where we have plural nature and homogenizing tendencies in the present context. We have secular nature and growing fundamentalism, and we have diversity and also ethnic identities as a conflict situations, deep-rooted injustices, and we have economic prosperity at the same time, systemic poverty, rich heritage of culture, as well as we have historical wounds, examples of communal harmony, as we heard in the morning, and at the same time we have distrust in the community. See, these are the contexts that we are in, and if we can learn something from the justice aspect of El Salvador, or if we can learn something from South Africa's Truth and Reconciliation Commission, I think we can have a good peace building and consequent nation building. Thank you so much.